What's it been like being on the field for the first time and being a lineman and not being able to probably do a lot of lineman stuff right now? What's that like?
It's been great. I mean, I loved every minute. It's a little different when you're playing in 90-degree weather. It's almost like practicing in paradise. When I walked out on the field, that's what I thought. Being around, such good guys, lots of talent, lots of strength. But, you don't really get to hit like you mentioned. You don't get to do one-on-ones as of yet. So just kind of calm before the storm, but I'm so happy to be here.
What's the first thing that you were able to learn from some of the veterans in that room?
Definitely strength. Use your strength, use your technique. Just kind of take this time to learn. Choose the things that are important versus, just kind of all of it. Trying to learn everything, just kind of decipher what's important right now.
We talked to your OC, Coach Lunny, and he said that they'd asked you played tackle, but maybe you were more set to play inside. Where do you feel most comfortable in your opinion?
I definitely feel more comfortable inside. I did what the team needed. I played JUCO, and I was a tackle there the whole time. So definitely whatever the team needs. It's football, but yeah, guard is my position, and I have a lot of success out there.
Isaiah, what was it like growing up in Canada and just that, how you got into football initially and all that stuff?
Man, growing up in Canada, it's a little bit different. Everyone likes hockey, so my older brother was huge on hockey. I played hockey. And then I made that football switch when my trainer was telling me I'm playing the wrong sport. Get your hand in the dirt. And that was the best decision I ever made in my life. But, got a lot of family out in Canada. It's nice. It's cold. I grew up shoveling driveways and, wearing boots and jackets. So this is a little different, but, man, it's vacation out here, and I'm so happy to be here, like I said.
You didn't have a typical high school football experience, though, did you?
No, I didn't get recruited. We played 3-down football, a little bit different. I chose a small Canadian school that was 2 hours away from my hometown. A little bit different. Once I got to Garden City Community College, that's when I was able to get that recruitment experience, go on visits, stuff like that.
What's that kind of been like from going from the ice rink to Garden City to Illinois? Has it felt like whirlwind or kind of a long journey?
Yeah, just kind of a long journey. I'm so in the moment. Just try to embrace wherever I'm at, whether it's at Wilfrid Laurier or Garden City. I just try to be in the moment and just get better where I'm at. I don't really look too far ahead. So it hasn't really been a long journey. It's just been kind of different types of steps, up the ladder type of thing.
Reflecting on this process for the last 9 months and the season, then getting ready for the combine, preparing for pro days, not knowing where you're going to end up, now you're here. What is that whole mentally and physically like to now put that behind you and adjust after all this long time?
It's been kind of a blessing. I'm a selfless guy, a guy that puts his teammates first. I play this game for the guy next to me, and I really mean that. So the whole pre-draft process, you're kind of showcasing yourself, marketing your own self, and that's just a little bit different for me. So to be able to just play with my teammates, do things the right way with the guys next to me, it's kind of everything I play this game for. So it just feels really good to be back with a team, with a group of guys that are all fighting for the same goal.
You said you were more comfortable inside. Is there a side maybe you have more comfortability or, feel on that side too?
I played a lot of left throughout my years, but after 10 games at right tackle, I could play either side, and that's something that I don't mind doing.
How helpful is it to – go ahead, Danny.
You FaceTimed with Tip. We saw that after both drafted here. I mean, how has having a familiar face helped ease this transition process for you?
Yeah, it's been good. We've been leaning on each other. We're actually hotel roommates right now, so we study the playbook together. Just kind of do everything, one step at a time. Both have relationships, kind of off the field stuff we talk about, but on the field, navigating this whole process has been really nice with someone that you're comfortable with and you spend so much time with.
Has he made you any pottery?
No, he hasn't made me any pottery. Gave me a couple snacks late at night, but that's about it.
Expanding off of the relationship component of it, there's a handful of guys in the locker room that are from Canada. Have you been able to kind of share some of the experiences with them?
Yeah, a little bit. Me and Jesse, we actually played minor league football together in the summer, so I knew him. He lived in Ottawa. I played in Toronto, so we've played each other. And then Carter, I got to meet him just briefly at the breakfast table. Really nice guy. He knows where Toronto is. He knows what Ontario is. Some guys will ask, hey, do you know where Ontario is? No idea. So the fact that people know about where I'm from is kind of funny, and it makes me feel welcoming for sure.
You mentioned snacks. Do you have a favorite snack of yours that you prefer?
Man, this is a little settled question, but I'd say I'd say Oreos for sure. But yeah, I try to stay off them, try to keep my physique.
Any hobbies away from football?
Man, I'm a huge sports junkie, so I love watching sports, soccer, basketball, hockey. I just kind of watched the Leafs losing Game 7, so huge sports junkie. I love to fish. I love to bowl. But my family's everything to me, and I don't get to spend much time being away from them. So when I'm away from football, I'm spending it with my family.
You talked to Ross Tucker, you said you were looking forward to competing for a spot.
Yeah.
Is that process begun, or is it just kind of acclimating to your new team and organization that ramps up closer to training camp preseason?
Yeah, that process has begun. The moment you kind of walk through the door, first impressions are everything. I'm so competitive. I'm so kind of hard on myself. So even if I'm not competing with someone else, I'm competing with who I was yesterday in a sense. So yeah, the competition has begun, and I'm looking forward to it. I just kind of want to keep getting better, be better than I was yesterday.
You haven't had a lot of opportunities with the vets quite yet, but as someone who went through this process just a year ago, has there been anything you've been able to pick Paris's brain about?
Yeah, he told me before practice today, like anything, I need, I could call him. But just kind of observing him, how much confidence he has in himself, the work he puts in. It really showed me, confidence really comes from hard work, and you got to believe in yourself. You really do at this level, and he showed me that, yeah.
Everybody likes to talk about the cliche of how nice Canadians are. So how does that translate into what you have to do on the field?
Yeah, that is a nice stereotype. I respect it. Off the field, I'm really polite, kind of laid back, but on the field, it's time to, pardon my language, but it's time to kill people. And yeah, that's the mission, that's the job that's required, and it's just flip the switch mentality, and that's what I love to do.
What is your experience with playing with a quarterback? I mean, I'm sure you haven't at the level of Kyler, but that can move and at his speed.
Man, I haven't played with a guy that's that fast, that agile out the pocket. But, I'm excited to just, keep blocking. I love to strain. I love to block until the end of the whistle. So, the fact that plays are going to be a bit longer than I'm used to is something I'm looking forward to. I just can't wait to get knockdowns and help him do his job.
What position did you play in hockey, and how do you feel playing hockey has perhaps translated to your success on the football side?
So I was a defenseman in hockey, so a lot of my job was backward skating. So it's definitely helped me in terms of kick stepping. You go from kind of backward skating on ice and on stilts to, you're planted in the ground and you're backpedaling in a sense. So it's definitely all come together, helped me become a better athlete, definitely.
You guys are playing at the Bills this year.
Yeah.
We'll find out tomorrow, obviously, when, but have you
Yeah.
thought about how many friends and family might make that trip?
Yeah, my family let me know before I even knew. So I think a bunch of people are, excited for that game. It's going to be huge. It's the closest team to my hometown. It's about 2 hours from where I grew up. So the fact that I get the opportunity to play so close to home is something I can't take lightly, and I'm excited for. Whoever wants to come out, I'll hopefully help and try to make that happen for them.
You mentioned being able to flip the switch. What allows you to flip the switch?
I think just, everything I've been through, all the adversity, all the sacrifice that I've had to make, and how much I love this game. My mom worked really hard to put me in football, so, I don't take this game for granted. And once it's kind of time to lock in, walkthroughs, practice, meetings, it's just what I do. It's my love for the game. It's my respect to my mom, my family. They did a lot, and to put me in this game, and it's just how much I love it.
Any plays with you and Tip, maybe on the right side, where you guys teamed up for a big block or big play?
Yeah, we had always run outside zone schemes to a Y, so that's to the tight end side, and calling triples with Tip, looking over, giving him a fist bump after we, drove a guy 6 yards. I think there was one against, it might have been Maryland this year, where we had 9 technique, and we call it a triple to a backer. We might have got a knockdown on it or something like that. But yeah, I remember a bunch of fist bumps between me and Tip. Like, man, good job, Tip.
How good is it to have Marvin Harrison as a teammate, and I don't know how many times you guys played against him in the conference, but what's your thoughts on that?
I think he's an incredible player. I'm excited to, help him do his job better, give Kyler some more time, to take some pressure off him, and get the ball to playmakers. I think Marvin's a special athlete. I'm excited to see what he can do in this league.
Did you spend any time out in the desert at all? Have you been here before and spent any time in Arizona?
I have not, so just kind of been locked in so far. But maybe this weekend I'll get to see what's up. Yeah.